Hello and welcome to the Jubilee Stadium. We are here on the Mariners Massive as the Central Coast, managed by myself, travel to Sydney FC taking on Steve Corica's A-League champions. It's a strong Sydney FC side, as you can see. They've got all the big hitters out there. A couple of youngsters involved though. Joel King starts with Michael Zulo only good for the bench. And Harry van der Sarg looks like he's starting on the right wing. Bit of a strange one, that. We will go through the Central Coast team in just a moment. It's just been one game played since you were last with us. So it seems as though we're playing 2 games on a weekly basis at the moment, which is probably what the real-life A-League teams are going to have to start doing pretty soon, those that haven't, to get all the games in just before. As here's Matt Ryan, the Australian Football Gazette, interrupting me in the tunnel. Now, interesting, he's obviously not keeping goal for Arsenal at the minute. Life is more fun when everybody's happy. That applies to everybody, not just footballers. Am I worried that any loss will have a calamitous effect on player confidence? No, we're a close-knit bunch. Let's shake the old head on that one. No, smile warmly. There you go. Sydney's recent good run. They've obviously had good fun on their run. They're up to 3rd. How much of a threat? They're the league champions, man. Yeah. Hopefully we can put a dent in their ambitions. It's unbelievable the sort of thing you have before a game, isn't it? As you can see, they have won the last 3. I think that's what it means. It's this side, isn't it? With Van der Sarg starting there on the right. In terms of ourselves, it's pretty much standard fare. The only omittance of the game is Josh Nisbet and Dylan Ruiz-Diaz, both of whom have picked up injuries in recent weeks, and they're just coming back to full. So we're not going to risk them here against Sydney FC. Don't really want to knock their confidence, because I would assume that this is going to be a pretty big loss for the Mariners. I can't see us winning this one. A really strong side. Of course, that's despite the real-life Mariners under Alan Stadjic, who is doing such a good job. He's got on top of the league, as have I, but it's more impressive because it's in the real world for him. They actually overcame Sydney, is what I was going to say. Sorry, I got distracted by the action, as it's a great effort there. But Andrew Redmayne sees it wide. I'm just going to change the old shot map here to ours. I'd like to see how we're doing. There you go. You can just see that one strike, which has given us a 0.04 XG. As I was saying, we have just played one game this week. It was against Brisbane Roar. It was a home game, and we won it 3-2. We had to rely on a couple of goals, as there's one from Stefan Jankovic, his first ever Mariners goal. The second bite of the cherry, it looked like, as there was a save from Redmayne, I think, in there. He has the strike. Good save by the custodian. Oh, but he's not up in time to get it back, is he? Hit it without the ball bouncing. Great effort by Stefan Jankovic. So, I will get this out eventually. We won 3-2 against Brisbane. We had to rely on a couple of late Alu Kual goals. I mean, where have I heard that before this season? In real life, of course. So that's left us in first place, and the good news is that whatever the result is here at the Jubilee Oval, we cannot be knocked off top spot. That's safe. The best Sydney can do, I think, is climb their way south. Nothing to worry about. Of course, I don't know if anybody does follow the A-League in real life. I hope they do. It's a fantastic league. Been a great start to the season. Sydney FC with a win this week. 2 goals from Costa Barbarissis, whose name I always struggle to pronounce. In my head, works out perfectly. As soon as you start to say it, you just get mixed up in all the different syllables. The New Zealand international. So, as I said, a couple of players missing out. Stefan Negro isn't actually that fit, so do expect to see probably Lewis Miller come on at some point for him. In terms of our team, it's fairly standard at the back because we've got Negro, Niedermayer has come in along with Tongic, and that is not a foul, Stephen Lucas. Can we go to VAR? No, this is not a foul, is it? Oh, he's given it as well. Milosavljevic to take the penalty. Yeah, slots it home. 6th goal of the season. Good accuracy for the penalty, which was not a penalty. Okay. You expect better from that. However, any fans of the A-League will know that the refereeing usually is a pretty poor. Not exactly the thing you want to hang your hat on. The goals, the drama, the atmosphere. They've got fans in the stadium now, obviously. Not up to full capacity, but getting there. The refereeing is the little bit that lets it down, as Luke Bratton, no stranger to a long-range effort, sees his shot wide. So it's Negro, Niedermayer, Tongic and Clisby in defence. Jack Clisby started the season really well. Has got quite the left foot on him, just made for whipping balls into the box. Bozanic, he's been a star turn for both for myself and the real-life Mariners. Jankovic and De Silva. Then we've got Urena, Janota and Matty Simon, top scorer in the league, up front. But it's all Sydney FC at the moment, isn't it? Van der Sarg. Oh, it's cleared, but it's just up to King. So King there playing at left back has come in for Michael Zullo, who I suspect has had an injury, because otherwise you would go with Zullo, to be honest. Look at them popping the ball round like cocky bastards. But it's Matt Simon there trying to win the header against 3 defenders. Not how we're going to get a goal, to be honest. If we're going to get one, it's due to possession of our defensive midfielders. They already want to take Michael Janota off. Even about everything he can do. Go on then. He was actually a bit of a doubt, and I say that, Urena's also picked up a bit of a knock. We'll check on him at the break, and maybe make a quick change there as well. But you always like to have Alu Kuol on the bench. And look at that XG. It's a big one, isn't it? Big disparity between the two sides. I am happy with the performance, I have to say. Don't know why my voice has suddenly gone really high-pitched. But I am fairly happy in that it's a 1-1 draw. I take that right now. I would snap your hand off for a 1-1 draw. Absolutely. Urena still suffering a little bit. We'll give him 10 minutes and then probably make a change. As we might just attack. There's Oli Bozanic, the Socceroo, losing out to Paulo Retre, who both him and Anthony Caceres, I think, really underrated members of the Sydney FC team. They really do quite a job for Steve Corica. Just good lads, get on with it, don't complain, just do their job. It's Clisby now into the box. Is it going to sit? Oh, it's just not going to sit down for our strikers, is it? As now Alu Kuol is going to recover possession. Wide to De Silva. There's the it's the overlap by Negro, but a weak shot. So Urena still a bit of a concern, to be honest. A bit of a worry. So about 55 minutes, we'll probably just take him off as Sydney FC win the corner. They want us to replace him with Kai Rolls? Don't be ridiculous. This we brought in Big John Aloisi as our assistant manager, and I'll tell you what, John, that's a disgraceful change to suggest. Kai Rolls is a central defender or left back if we're desperate. He is not an attacking central midfielder. Why would you make a suggestion like that? Just crazy talk, John. It's not happening. Definitely not. We'll have a look to see who else we have on the old playing staff here. Seem to have some gremlins in the system. Always good fun. Oh, look at this. Jaden Casella's on the bench. And you're suggesting Kai Rolls. Have a word with yourself, man. The alternative, of course, would be to move somebody like Jankovic forward. He is having a good game, actually. And bring on Gianni Stensness. In fact, I think that might be a way to go. Possibly. I do wonder. Let's cancel that a sec. Go back back in there. Yeah, let's make that change. For anybody wondering why I didn't click the undo link at the bottom left, I've explained this before. That's where the recording software is, so I can't see whatever's behind it. We're going to swap Ollie Bozanic for, Avjani Stensness as our ball-winning midfielder. Traditionally, I think his best position is that central midfield role. However, in the game, he's probably a better central defender, in truth. Originally, my thought was to pair Niedermeyer with him. And we did that, actually, against Brisbane, I believe. However, Tongic playing well. Obviously doing well in real life as well. There was a really sweet story, if nobody's seen it, about him and one of his neighbours looking after him when he first moved to the country. So, all respect to him. I think he's doing fantastic work. Him and Kai Rolls, actually, in real life, are just bossing it for the Mariners. And look, he wants me. No, John, no. And in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to wait to 70 minutes to see how we're doing. And then that's the possible change that I'm considering. It's either Miller or Kai Rolls for Negro, who's struggling a little bit. Do you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to go with John Aloisi on this occasion. Not often that I just accept his word for it, but if he says that Kai Rolls can do a job on the left, who am I to argue? Alu Qual, Clisby with a good cross, but it's Trent Bahagia. Now, he just hasn't hit the heights this season that you would have expected. Given the chance following Adam Lafondre's loan deal, we will get that name out, and the fact that Bobo, the old Sydney FC striker, hasn't been fully fit yet since he returned to the club. He had a really good shout to start the season off, played probably the first 4 games, dropped this week in favour of Patrick Wood, who came on a week ago against MacArthur and scored 2 goals. Against the 10 men, it was Mark Milligan that got sent off for the Bulls. As Sydney FC making a double change. We've not seen many highlights in the second half. This is always a worry because it means it's building up to one big highlight where Sydney go and score 3 goals or something ridiculous like that. Joel King about to get booked as well. That means Retre, Van der Sarg and King all joining our own Ollie Bozanic in the referee's notebook. This possibly could be the most boring end to a game that we'll have this season. I wonder how the board will view a 1-1 scoreline against Sydney FC. They weren't happy with our 2-2 draw last time out against MacArthur, I have to say. I'm not going to say they were furious or anything, but there were words exchanged. They clearly weren't happy. As Stephen Lucas blows the whistle and a poor second half is brought to a conclusion. It sort of was really. Not really much for Matt Simon to go on. The old Sherlock Holmes with no fingerprints. No clues, he had nothing to go on up top. Kuol didn't really do much. De Silva, I don't even think he touched the ball in a highlight. And then it was Jankovic with the goal. So there you have it really. Bit of a poor game. I apologise for that. It doesn't happen often with me. Normally it is all, I think it's rostrum or hospital, in that generally we either lose really badly or we race into a lead of about 5 goals. The opposition get 3 back and it ends like that, which is perfectly fine, but for entertainment, but not doing so much here. As we've got another question from Matt Ryan. The Australian Football Gazette clearly getting their money's worth out of me today. We're taking one match at a time. Let's give the old classic football answer. How concerned about the risk of complacency? We've got Matt Simon on the team, man. There's not much concern about that. We have to be wary, but no, there's no concerns. And here we are. So, as you can see, that's taken us to 30 points from 13 played. At the top, we've got a 6-point cushion over Wellington Phoenix, with Sydney FC back in 3rd place now. They stay 8 points shy of the Mariners. Of course, the usual system this week. On Sunday, we'll go through the A-League rundown, which will just go through all the results and happenings of all clubs in the A-League this year. There are 12 following the introduction of MacArthur. So yeah, that'll be all the results, that'll be all the transfer news. I can tell you, as a bit of a spoiler, one A-League manager has been sacked in the past week. Tune in on Sunday to find out who it is and to find out who all the runners and riders are. I'll see you then.